Okay, so today we're back with another video, and I figured this month I'm on break, so I don't have any work to do or anything, so I'm chilling at home. I'm a little bit outside the city, so I figured I'd do a little bit more of an adventure video to show off maybe the landscape of Zambia. So there's a quarry, a little while's walk away from where I live, and it's got some really cool like rock formations and stuff, and it's a little bit more out of the way. So to get away from like the hustle and bustle of the city, I figured I'd go that side and check it out, and I don't have to be so anxious about filming in front of a bunch of people. And I think it's also a good opportunity for me to kind of get to know the neighborhood a little bit while I'm home. So I don't know, hopefully it's interesting. Hopefully I get some good footage. So that's going to be the plan for today. We're on the main paved road, so there's still a lot of like cars and taxis and things going back and forth, and this is like the easiest part of the journey. But eventually we're gonna turn off onto like a side road. It's really just like a road to get to the quarry, so there's a lot more big trucks and things. I gotta pay attention to my surroundings, turn down the music, and it's more of like a gravel road, and so we'll walk on that gravel road for probably a long time, maybe 3-4 kilometers, and then it's got some turns here and there, and then finally we get to like this quarry area where there's a Chinese company just basically digging up the whole cliffside. I'll show you everything when we get there. And there's some houses and some development there, so it's just kind of, I don't know, a neat place to kind of check out and see. So yeah, I'll show you when we get there. We've hit the turnoff, and this is the view. So one thing, just walking down here as, things are happening, that I'm trying to walk a fine line on is, making interesting content, filming Zambia and the things happening here, but also, having respect for the fact that, like, this is people's lives, you know what I mean? I might see a cool shop off to the side, and I just want to film it and, film what they're doing so you can see. But, that's just a shop owner trying to, work. Like, imagine if I was, working at my job and some guy just comes up and points a camera in my face. I wouldn't like that very much. So it's like, I want to capture as much as I possibly can, but I also kind of want to be respectful at the same time. It's kind of difficult, when you're in the city. It's easier just to like ask people, hey, can I film you? Or in a lot of places, it's like if they film you, it's like more appropriate. But especially like further out here, where people are actually living and doing things, it's definitely a harder, line to walk. So we'll see if I find a way to master it. So we've officially reached Next town over. After we go up through and take a right, we'll be on the other side, and then we should start to see some more interesting more interesting surroundings. So after 9 kilometers of walking, we've finally arrived to find the rock formations I was telling you about. And there they are. Look at the beautiful horizon. Just an absolutely beautiful hidden corner. So I found these formations like by complete accident. I was just here maybe a week ago to go get some quarry dust from the quarry. And we were driving through here and I was like, wow, this is some really like impressive stuff, you know? It's just like kind of sitting here. It's not that far outside the city. If you go closer to that side, you know, where the road was, there's nothing like this, you know? It's like flat and there's no rocks or anything. So I was like, wow, this is really cool. And I was in the car at the time, so I was like, I need to come back. So I figured I'd walk this time so I could really take it in. And the interesting thing about this place is that it's not like a park or anything. It's all public land. So you can see it's all developed. So people actually own all of this. And you'll see further down the line that the guys who own the quarry own a lot of these hills. And unfortunately, you know, they're basically digging them up and, you know, pulverizing all the stones and digging deep holes for this quarry. And, you know, you got to make money and, you know, it's good for the economy and all that. And God knows, you know, that's important, you know, to provide jobs and stuff for the people here. But it is a shame to see this like beautiful landscape, for one, be owned by somebody and two, to be essentially destroyed for profit. And the funny thing is, it's not even a Zambian business, it's a Chinese business. So it's not, the money's actually not even going to Zambians, it's going back to China. So yeah, it's a complicated situation, but we could still come here and enjoy it and take pictures while it's still here. And hopefully some of these bigger rocks, you know, that side, you know, stay for future generations. I found this little path here that's come off the main road. And so I want to see if I can maybe get on top of those rocks. That would be really cool. Now, I don't know if this is like somebody's land. Like, it probably is. So hopefully I'm not trespassing. And I also have to be really careful for snakes, because there's all kinds of snakes in the tall grass. And if I get bit by a snake, I am dead. Like, if, you know, like, it's not, I'm not just saying like, oh, I'm dead. No, like, I'll literally die out here. So I'm really trying to be a little bit careful. There's no music on this one. Now is when my bouldering practice really kicks in, because this is gonna be a tough climb. Yeah, that climb was, I think, basically impossible for me, especially since I'm wearing Crocs. But I have some friends from Boston, and if you're watching, you definitely know who you are, and I'm almost certain they could have got up there, and they would have much better videos than me. So if you guys are ever in town, this is where we'll go. Okay, I was able to get up on top of a different set of rocks. You can see all the way to the horizon. You can see I'm pretty high up. But I'm a little bit afraid. I'll be honest, it's steep. But we'll get some good pictures. So I've gotten lucky. I found some guides who can take me to the top. So now we've got some, we got a little bit of a crew going here. And we're gonna climb all the way up to the top of those rocks up there. We made it. One of the tougher climbs I've had, but you guys made it easy, huh? Yeah, you guys made it easy. Good. Zoom in. All the way there. That little bend over there is the video I took when I first arrived. It was that rock right there. And now I'm all the way up here. All right, we're coming down, and I'm being told we're going through the tunnels. It's okay. Whew. We're good. All right, we've made it down from the mountain. Thanks to these three. Thank you all.
Hello guys.
What's your name?
Anton.
Anton, and you?
Joshua.
Joshua?
Steven.
Steven. All right. Thank you to Anton, Joshua, and Steven. They took me to the top.
You're welcome.
Great guides.
Right.
Otherwise, I don't think I would have made it. So you guys definitely, you made a good day, good trip, and this will be a good video too. So thank all of you. All right. Okay, so I am extremely happy with how that turned out. I mean, I was just walking down the road. I'd already given up, found a shop, asked if there's anybody who could take me to the top. And then that guy in the pink shirt came and they said, yeah, he could take you to the top. And a few other people joined, they wanted to see, and we all kind of went. And I was a little bit worried, they're gonna take me up into the bush, up into this giant rock, where no one can hear me scream, but no, they were super, super nice guys, of course. And I think that just goes to show just how good the people are here in Zambia. I mean, immediately came out and helped. Anytime I would like slip down there, they'd ask me if I was all right, or if I couldn't get up one of the rocks, they'd like give me a boost. Like, just really, really nice guys. Super helpful. And yeah, like you can just go up to anybody, ask them for help here, and they'll help you. And they're like willing to go on an adventure with you. And so yeah, like super, super stoked about how that turned out. And they also told me a little bit more. So I was actually wrong before. These hills back here, those rocks, nobody actually owns those. So they own like on this road, like on the road here, on the road edge, this stuff you can buy, but up there belongs to nobody. So you can walk in and out and go up and down. And yeah, the local people here know, the trail. In Canada, you might find a cool place like this, and there's like marked trailheads, and it's easy, and you can go up and down. And this one, first of all, super tough to climb, super tough. A couple times where like my feet just like went through, but it also, requires a little bit more, work. You got to know somebody who knows their way around. And that's pretty cool. I mean, that's kind of the stuff that I live for, where, it's an adventure that like not just anyone can have. Like, you have to know somebody. You have to be able to go out and ask somebody to help you. And even though maybe I was a little bit trusting, it really, panned out in the end. So, yeah, I'm super happy. Got some great videos, got some great pictures. Great story. You know what I think I like so much about this place is that it kind of reminds me of like an old Wild West movie, Like, I've never been to Nevada, but it seems like the bush in Nevada, It's, not a lot of big trees, lots of like rolling rocks and things, almost like a desert, but not quite, kind of like a badland, I think I watched a movie years ago, probably more than 10 years ago. I watched Cowboys versus Aliens. I know it's a strange thing to be bringing up, but I think there's a scene in that movie, like deep in my memory, where like there's the main character. I think it's the guy who plays James Bond, but he's jumping on top of all these rocks and he's shooting at something. I can't remember what. And it reminds me just of this. Like, I feel like if they filmed it right here, you'd never know it wasn't in the United States, And I don't know, it's cool. It's really cool. It's like, I feel like I'm in like, like Nevada or like rural California or something. But I'm not I'm in Africa. And I'm not even that far away from like the city. Like, you saw, like, I can literally zoom my camera into the stadium and, the tallest building in Lusaka. And it's only, about 10 kilometers from where I live. But, you kind of, you get this really cool kind of outback, Red Dead Redemption feel. So yeah, this place is really cool. I'll definitely be back. And we finally made it to the quarry. So I would say that today's adventure has been a colossal success. I mean, yeah, I came here not really knowing what to expect. I knew that there was, some cool rocks and maybe I'd be able to, see a few, but to be able to climb all the way up to the top there and meet those guys and go on this adventure, it's way better than I could possibly hope. I thought this video was gonna be boring, actually. And I really don't think that now. Yeah, yeah, like I was saying, you know, as cool as the quarry is, it's a little bit of a shame to see. I mean, you guys just saw how beautiful the landscape is here, how thick and lush it is, and kind of how unique it is. You know, it's not something that you see all the time. And then now it's just like it's just become, yeah, you know, it's slowly becoming a crater to sell rocks. Just, you know, it's too bad. It's too bad, but you know, we won't get depressed about this. You know, it's been a good day. It's been a successful adventure. You know, I don't think there's a single tourist who's ever been over here. You know, like this is so far away from all the touristy spots. So I must be the first one to see this. You know, from any tourist country. So it's pretty cool. I'm feeling pretty good about that. Yeah. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I certainly did. I appreciate all the support. You know, a lot of people have come and you know, told me how much they like the videos, and you know, they want me to make more, and that's really encouraging. So I really appreciate all of that. Yeah, nothing else really to say. I'll see you all in the next video.